Be making basics.
What's going on YouTube? Be Making Basics back again with another dope video. If you're new to the channel, please do me a favor, go ahead and subscribe as well as give me a thumbs up because we're coming back to back with bangers. Now today's video, what I'm going to be covering is the quickest way to create a switch up type beat in Logic Pro 10. Alright, quickest way to create a switch up type beat. First things first, you're going to want to create a software instrument track and go ahead and go with a quick sampler track. Okay, reason why is we're going to actually be using two different samples. Okay, two different samples to make your beat. So let's just start off with the first sample. First thing I'm going to do is actually go to our latest kit that we just dropped. We have a trap piano loops kit. You can get that at beatmakingbasics.com. But what we're going to do is we're going to come in here and just drag and drop one of these samples in here. And just to spice this up, I'm actually going to, instead of playing it forward, we're going to go ahead and do it reversed. Turn it on this follow tempo. And then we're just going to drag this to the very end of the beat like this, okay? Or the sample like this. So let's just check this out, see how it sounds. Alright, so that's pretty cool. We'll start off with that, and then we're going to need another sample. So what I'll do is I'll just push Command D to double this. And since we already have our settings here, reverse, our follow tempo stuff, I'm just going to find another sample within here to use. So let's just drag that in and see what this sounds like. Take this to the very end here. Let's see what this sounds like. Let's Alright, cool. So we're going to work with these two samples. So we have this one right here. And then we have this one. I'm playing this by pushing, one of the keys on my MIDI controller. So I'll just pull this keyboard up right here. Now, the next thing to go ahead and do is start working on some drums. Now, as you have your samples, let's go ahead and pull up another quick sampler track. And we already have some samples loaded here. If you're brand new to Logic Pro 10, literally, just how you saw me drag my loop over here, that's the same thing you could do for like a kick drum, snare, claps, all those type of things. So we already have some sound saved. I'm just going to go ahead and pull up some. I'm going to have this clap here. And I'm actually going to go ahead and lay down a quick pattern. And how I'm going to do that is actually click on this step sequencer, click right here, and I literally have my claps ready to go. So we'll do that. And then I'm also going to go over here and we're going to create a simple kick drum pattern as well. Let me see here. I believe I'm actually going to have to get some drums. Down low. Let's grab one of these kicks. Alright, bet. So I'm going to go ahead and play like a basic kick drum pattern, okay? So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and push record here. Okay, we're going to start with something super simple, all right? So we got our kick pattern, we have our clap pattern. Let's go ahead and come back to our loop and go ahead and lay these loops down. Cool. So now that we have our first sample here laid down, I'm actually going to go ahead and start off with the 808. So we want to keep our everything simple. I'm going to go ahead and pick a sound from here, and I'm going to just, instead of like trying to draw it in, all that, we're going to play it on the keyboard. So we'll keep it simple like this. All right, cool. So we have our first basic pattern here. Now, I'll just say to keep this simple, let's go ahead and just take this. I'm going to hold down Option and drag this up. And what that's going to do, since this is a MIDI note, it's going to play the same actual note, but it's going to play a different sample. Let's see how this sounds. So we have the two samples here, and we have a basic drum pattern. We have a basic clap, basic kick, and a basic 808. Now, what I'm going to recommend doing to make this the quickest way possible is actually to just go ahead and create two different hi-hat patterns. We're going to keep the clap and the kick and 808 the same, but you'll get the gist of what I'm doing here. So I'm going to go ahead, do the quick sampler track, and I'm going to bring in this hi-hat right here. We'll make this quick and simple by going over here and using the step sequencer. And I'm just going to go ahead and draw some note or step some notes in. We'll move this up to 32 steps just so we can give it a variation. Alright, so you gotta get the basic formula here. So now let's go ahead and make another hi-hat pattern. We'll just go ahead and check this other loop. So we go loop 1 and we have loop 2. And so then what we're gonna do here is actually create a brand new hi-hat pattern. We'll also do a little velocity. And then what we'll have this, we'll basically be changing the hi-hat. So for instance, for this loop, we could say this is hi-hat 2. It will coordinate with this loop. And this is going to be obviously hi-hat 1. I'll put 2, let me see. Hi-hat 1 is going to coordinate with the other loop. So now pretty much all we have to do is just set it up to where it's going to, format it to where the beat will switch. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. I'm just going to highlight everything, push R, Command R. It's going to, spread that out some. And I'm just going to start off with no beat and just start off with like the actual and what I'll do here, we're going to use Control M to mute everything in the workspace window. And I'm just going to go ahead. It's loop 2, so we're gonna mute out this one. So let's check it out. And then what we'll do is we'll go ahead and just switch this up right here. So it's going to play this and along with this right here. So we'll mute this out, Control M. We have this going like so. So this is just to give you a basis of what we're doing here. We created two different hi-hat patterns. We traded two different loop patterns, and we have the same clap kick and 808 going. So let's just listen to the transition. Simple kind of mathematics on this, right? So that's pretty much just a brief introduction to the whole aspect of creating a switch up type beat and just doing it the quickest way in Logic Pro 10. Obviously, you're gonna want to go through here and create all the sections, the intro, your hook, your verses, and things like that. But this is just the basis of it. As you can see here, we have two different hi-hats, we have two different loops, and we have our drums. So make sure y'all go to our site, beatmakingbasics.com. We have full video courses with hours and hours of content. Don't sleep on the courses, man. They're really going to help you out. It's going to actually go a little bit deeper than what I'm going in these videos on my YouTube channel. So make sure you go check those out at my site. And we also have several loop packs and drum kits that you can get right on my site. And the best thing about those loop packs and drum kits, they're all royalty free. A lot of these packs have hundreds of sounds, if not, we just have like a good sized bundle of sounds that you can use royalty free in your production. So make sure you go to my site. Also, if you don't do anything else, go ahead and leave a comment down below. Let me know what you want to see next. And make sure you put the thumbs up on the video if you like the video. And make sure that you're subscribed. We're coming back to back with videos, y'all. So thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. We're out.